Hello, welcome back to my channel where learning is fun and exciting. This is Teacher Chami, yours truly. If you like this video, please click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and keep on watching. Where does our voice come from? In today's video, we're going to learn about speech production. We're going to discuss about the different parts that are involved in producing our voice and how important are they. So let's watch this. Hello, today we're going to talk about speech mechanism. When we talk about speech mechanism, it involves voice. So when we say voice, it is air resonated, amplified, shifted in pitch, and shaped into sounds, which we call words. Knowing about this definition, what do you think is the first thing we need for us to produce our voice? Yes, it's air. We need air for us to produce our voice. And there are many parts that are involved in voice production. It is actually divided into four major parts. First set of parts are called motor parts. We know that air is vital in the production of voice, and we need enough supply of air for us to continue our speech delivery. And there are major parts involved here. First, we have the diaphragm. If you see in this image, the diaphragm is just underneath your lungs. It's a muscle that actually contracts and expands, and it helps the lungs to get air inside our body. Inside our lungs, we can see there small veins. We can see there the bronchus, the bronchioles, and even the alveoli. These lungs are composed of air sacs that are attached to what we call the trachea. Trachea is like a medical term, and more normally we call it windpipe. And aside from that, we also include ribs and other bones under motor parts since they protect this system. Since we already have air in our body, we're going to need the sound producing parts, and they are called vibrators. So when air passes through the windpipe or the trachea, it goes towards our larynx and a friction is created. So this process produces sound. Therefore, vibrators include larynx and vocal cords. If you see this photo, you can see here the larynx, and inside our larynx are what we call the vocal cords. So what are vocal cords? These are very thin membranes that vibrates when air passes through the slit opening, and this opening here is called glottis. So when the air passes through that, the vocal cords will vibrate and it produces sound. However, the sound that is being produced for our vibrators is not audible enough. That's why we need another set of parts, and they are called resonators. So when you say resonators, these are amplifiers. As what I've said a while ago, the sound produced by our vibrators is not audible enough. So we need to amplify it. We need to make it louder. And we need these resonators to amplify it. And this includes our pharynx, mouth, and nasal cavity. So pharynx, in layman's term, we call it throat. So our throat looks like a tube, and when the sound passes there, of course, it bounces back and forth until it makes the sound louder. Of course, our mouth too, and our nasal cavity. So where's our nasal cavity? It's just at the back of our nose. So it's like a hollow part in our skull where it also amplifies the sound that we produce. So you already have the air, you already have the sound, and you have amplified already the sound. But amplifying the sound is not enough for us to be understood by other people. That's why we need to shape our sounds, and we need these parts. These are called articulators. So articulators are the shapers. It's like the shapers. Okay, it shapes the sound. And articulators are divided into two groups. We have immovable and movable. So when we say immovable, you cannot move it, obviously. And there are three articulators under immovable. We have hard palate, upper teeth, and upper gum ridge. So our hard palate is found, it's like the mouth roof. It's like the arcing area of our mouth, like the ceiling, okay, of our mouth. And that is our hard palate. Upper teeth is obviously your upper teeth, which is attached here, so you cannot move it unless you are wearing false teeth. You can definitely move it or even remove it. But of course, naturally, we cannot move our upper teeth. And our upper gum ridge is just at the back of our upper teeth. For movable articulators, of course, you can move them. We have our lips. It's very essential to produce sounds like ba, pa, when you need to touch both lips together for you to produce these sounds. And also our tongue. Talking about tongue in terms of speech production, it is divided into four. We have the apex, or the tip of the tongue. We have the front of the tongue, middle of the tongue, and back of the tongue. So these are the four parts. Why it is divided into four? Because when we touch this specific part of our tongue to the mouth roof, it will produce distinct sound. For example, when we produce the sound of letter T, we touch our apex to the upper gum ridge, and we can produce t. But when we touch the back of our tongue to the mouth roof, it won't produce t, but it will produce k, or the sound of letter K. So that's it. That's why the tongue is divided into four different parts. Of course, our lower teeth, we can move it because it is attached to our jaw. Here is our jaw. And of course, our soft palate, it is found next to the hard palate. Okay, so when we open our mouth, it stretches out, and then when we close our mouth, it actually go back to its place. So that's it. So these are the different articulators which help us shape the sound that we produce. And that's it. Those are the different parts of speech production. I would like to add these parts here. Okay. So after those articulators, when we go down, we can see here an epiglottis. So what is epiglottis? Epiglottis actually is like a covering going to your larynx. That's why we have a cliche that do not eat when your mouth is full, because when you are talking, the epiglottis will open. So when it opens, of course, when you're going to swallow the food, there might be some food that will go towards your larynx, and of course, your body can recognize it that, oh, that is not the place for food. It's only for air. It's only for voice production. So automatically, the muscle there will contract and it will produce pressure, spitting out the food that actually passes through here. And that's why we choke. So that's why you don't talk when your mouth is full, because you're just harming your body. So you swallow and then you talk. It's not like you swallow at the same time you talk. It would be dangerous. And as what I've said, the slit opening between the vocal cords, that is called the glottis. Okay, so that's it. And of course, we have discussed the parts. When it comes to the process, it's just similar. So when you say motor parts, it undergoes a process called initiation, okay, where we produce air. For vibrators, of course, it is involved in what we call sound production, which is called vibration. And when it comes to amplification of sound, we have the process called resonation. And for articulation is the word production, where we have shaped already the sounds and formed into words. So those are the different parts and process of speech production. It involves an intricate process just for us to produce our voice. Amazing, right? So if you want to learn more about English, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You can also comment the next topics that you want me to discuss in this vlog. So thank you so much, my dears, and have a great day.